Welcome back. It's T. It is Sunday, and we are just going to do a chill and hang out video. I'm going to do some practice nails. I'm going to talk about some of the cool new products I still have them. I'm going to talk about my giveaway that's coming up soon. So, oh my gosh, so much to do today, so much to talk about. You're going to be able to hear me gab. But before I do, I want to start by saying welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe. Please hit those notifications. Give me a like on this video and a comment because it really does help. Thanks so much. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? I am going to put some of the dots that I like to use. I'm not sure what everybody uses for their stands. I have found I don't like the blue tack that lots of people use. I just don't like what it leaves on the nails, all of that. I find that these little tabs work really well, and I can use them multiple times. The only thing I don't like about them, and I'm not sure if anyone's seen any of my videos where I talk about these, are the little plastic pieces on the top, because those bitches stick to everything. I'm not a big fan of those. We're also trying a different setup today. I think this one right here. We're trying a different setup today. I'm hoping, let's see. Yeah, it looks okay. I've got my iPhone also recording, but from a lower angle. So not from above, but from the side over here on the right, so that you can get a different angle of some of the things I do. I find that sometimes it's hard to see when it is overhead. So I decided, hey, let's see if I can figure out A, how to get it set up, and then B, how to get the damn videos edited together. We will figure it out. I know there's a way. I have to figure out the whole video inside of a video. So like a picture in a picture type thing. That is what I need to figure out. I use Filmora to do all of my editing. I used to use CapCut just like a million other people, I'm sure, but after the whole like BS bullshit that went on with it and the fact that it's just a temporary pause, I just am like, you know what? Homie don't want to play anymore. So I ended up going to Filmora, and I think I asked a couple of people if it was worth it to pay for it, because they have a free part of Filmora too. And it was Crystal from Blue Rose Nails. You'll hear me reference her a lot. I really find her channel very enjoyable. She has she just has a great personality and vibe about her that find her extremely enjoyable to watch. And she is got like this organizational thing, man. Oh my God. Watching her organize stuff is just like, I can watch her organize stuff all day. I don't know if anybody else like totally gets into watching like people organize and things like that. But when she starts cleaning and organizing her nail products and shows you how she has them in her nail area, I am just every single time blown away. She has these shelves on her walls that she made herself, where she has like little steps in the shelves, so she can do steps on her polishes when she displays them. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God, that is the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. So I fangirl on her a lot. I like her channel quite a bit. I'm part of her BR Nail talk group on Facebook. Super supportive people on there. I have to say, it has been an absolutely enjoyable experience. So we are going to the goal is 10 practice nails today. Now, I'm not saying a set of 10, just 10 different nails. I have no doubt that these will not look anything like each other. If you're ever wondering what this little mat on my desk is, it is just a shelf liner. I got the idea. I bought some Kuromi shelf liners off of, gosh, I don't remember what it was off of, eBay, not eBay, what am I talking about? AliExpress, something like that. And I used her up because when they get dirty, it's easy enough to just throw this away, cut yourself a new piece and you're ready to go. It's not too shiny. It gives you kind of like almost a matte surface to film on. And it's just cute. I mean, come on. Look at how damn cute those little cats are. Are those the cutest damn things you ever saw? But I got this one off of Amazon. I went to see if they had it this morning, another roll of it, because it's a huge roll. I mean, huge. I will not need another roll for a long time. And it says currently sold out, so that kind of sucks. But, it is what it is. So let's get some nails on here. These are all of where I throw all of my extra practice nails for things. So I've got some super crazy long ones. We're going to do all different. Just literally going to go in and grab some tips and see what we've got. There's different lengths. We may have different shapes in here. So these are the 10 nails that we are going to work with today. I'm going to clean them off really well. We're going to start off with this one, and we're going to make it a marble nail. So we're going to put this over there for right now. We're going to grab all of our inks. These are all of my marbling inks. These are just regular colors, like non-metallic, and then these are metallic and just so damn pretty. So we're going to do some marbling on this first nail. So let's clean it off. Let's put a base coat on there. And then we're going to do a little marbling. I'm going to use, okay. The nice thing about that wipe, did you see that? It took like the shine off for me because it's got a little bit of acetone in it. Loving that. We're going to use the Russian matte top coat with these. And the first thing we're going to do is just put down a very, very thin coat on it. I find that anytime I do anything with marbling, if I put a matte coat between each layer, very fine, mind you, needs to be super thin. I'll let that sit for a second. The colors just work better. The matte kind of mats the edges, and 30 seconds. The matte will mat the edges of your ink where you put your ink on and make it just a little bit easier for you to move it around when you want to. I need to grab one moment. So we're going to use the Cosmo Blooming Gel. This one's in royal blue. We're going to use their pink, which we know, of course, will turn purple. We're going to use the metallic white. You see how pretty that is? And we're going to start with this nail. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to start with a little bit of this white. Okay. We are going to let that sit there for a second. But while that does that, we're going to go in with I just kind of go down and make myself do different kinds of lines. I will say that the thing you have to be careful of is when you go back through, like if you notice, if you go back over this line, if you're not careful, it will totally get rid of the line you have there. So I just kind of do that. Brush in straight up alcohol, and I just start kind of rubbing close to it where I feel like it needs to thin out a little bit. And this is like anytime you use inks, it's one of those like trust the process things, because the first layer is going to look like, ooh, especially when you drop the brush like that. The first layer is just going to be like, what in the hell are you doing? So I am just trying to go in and give this just a little bit more dimension. I like how you, okay. So once that layer is like, I like it, this is where it has to be, you have to be very careful. And I do not want to use that base coat and ruin it. So let me grab a different base. Hold on one second. I have, not base, I'm sorry, matte top coat. That's what I meant. What the heck is my other matte top coat I want to use? All right, we're going to use the Gellin matte top coat. You need to be, when I say careful, 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 I'm not kidding. You need to like float this top coat over what you're doing. You do not want to push too hard. If you do, it will come off. But by matting it between each layer, it preserves what you have below it. You just want to try to be very careful when you're matting it. You don't want to use too much matte. We've all seen matte top coat make nail polish smear. And then we're just going to put that in and let that cure. Once that layer cures, we're going to go in and we're going to do some blue on the next layer. Oh, my brush, look at that. What the hell? My brush is broken. When did that happen? Let me grab some tweezers and see if I can get that piece off of there. Maybe even my scissors. Ah, that's weird. I've never seen anything like that happen before. Oh, look at that, how jacked up this is now. It's like it just fell apart. Interesting. So, to use the blue, we're going to have to get a brush out, because I still want to use the blue. I must have jacked up the brush when I put it in, I have no doubt. So we've got that first layer of pink. Now I'm going to open this blue. I'm going to have to dip in the blue. That is not going to stay that intense looking because, again, we're going to grab our brush, dip it in the alcohol, come to the edges, and start moving it around a little bit. And it'll give you those cracks that you see and that we all love in our marbling. We're going to work on this side now, and I actually am going to give a little drop of pink and a little drop of our white. Our white is getting thick too because I let it sit there. So I may just pop some alcohol down there, rehydrate it. You have wiggly, jiggly hands that are hard to hold still. Marble should be your best friend. It is so forgiving. The wigglier, in my opinion, the better. Little bit. All right, so we are going to blow on that again, and we're going to do one more layer of colors. Remember, we're going to try to do this. We don't want to push. We want to be gentle with this bat. I say that, and then I have these big old gloppy hands. I feel like I have man hands, peeps. One of the reasons, I think I was telling Tara from Lynn Nails 81, one of the reasons I have long nails, because I have big hands. And when I was a kid, I was teased that I had man hands. And you know, as a girl, worst thing ever. What? Man hands? Oh my God. It's going to seem counterintuitive what I'm getting ready to do. You put a layer over the whole thing. Okay. So we just put a layer of that white alcohol ink over this whole nail that was covered in matte top coat. We're going to take our ink that has all the iridescence in it, and we're just going to start touching it. Now, with these inks, the thing you have to be aware of is you have to work quickly. And what I mean by work quickly is the pigment in the ink, if you see, it does not stay mixed easily. The alcohol ink is so thin that it's not thick enough to hold the, what's the word I'm looking for? The iridescent pigment. It doesn't, what is the word I'm looking for? I'll think of the word and post it in here later probably. So, got that on there now, right? And now, I think we're going to go in with a little blue. And we're going to put the blue right through here. So that's what we have so far. I think it's looking kind of cool. And now I want to encapsulate it. We're going to use, and we're going to just put one nice, even as possible, coat of this rubber base coat. And I think personally what I feel like is when you see marble is never like clear, right? There's always like a little bit of kind of like some sort of a milky something to it. So I like using a milky polish. That looks pretty. I like that. And we are going to top it with this. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the lamp. So here she is. What do we think? Do we like it? Are you going to try doing some marbling? I personally love marbling. I tend to do a lot of it in the summertime with really pretty summer colors. So I think that is really pretty. Alrighty, well, with that, we're going to take a little break. Love y'all.